All right, what is going on? What is going on? My name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. All right, if you are interested in getting a full moon read, it does come with a burn and release. All right, so if you are trying to cut any type of cords, all right, or remove any type of obstacles and open any type of roads, all right, that comes with that full moon reading. It also comes with the on the spot read as well. The on the spot read is $44.40. All right, and the new moon read is 30/30. All right, if you would like a love reading, please let me know. All right, love readings are 30/30. Minis are 22/22. Questions are 10/10. All right, let's see what's going on in this energy. All right, celebration is here. First card popped out. All right, so you're getting ready to celebrate with family, with your family. Ace of Swords. That's the truth, clarity, mental power, truth, and breakthrough. All right, so you're getting ready to celebrate something. All right, some sort of adventure, passion. You could be going somewhere off of impulse. All right. I'm hearing you're in this protective energy right now. All right, feeling very unbothered but on guard at the same time. All right, priest here, foresight, progress. All right, so something is expanding when it comes to your family. All right, and then you got third-party people that are upset when it comes to you expanding. All right, when it comes to you removing obstacles out of your way. When it comes to any type of hardship, motherfuckers is mad because you're not unhappy. All right, you got voodoo here. Somebody is mad because fairness is coming towards you. All right, and you have the ability to move on. What's going on? All right, and you're moving on with this commitment. All right, something's changing. Leadership here. Somebody's very passionate, all right, about leadership, authority. Somebody's changing something when it comes to their pathway. All right, somebody wants to walk on their divinity. All right, so you have a masculine here who's changing. All right, and you got people who's upset because something's working out for you. All right, yeah, divine feminine. You got people that is upset because things are working out for you. All right, chariot energy. Something's happening really fast when it comes to you. Partnership. All right. Somebody could want to deepen something. All right, self-love here. All right, this nice guy. Somebody wants a new beginning with you. All right, and they're going to do what they say. They're going to do what they say. All right, this person wants to balance things out in your life. And you are literally still on here. Nobody asked you to fucking be here. Now did I? All right, ascending. Imprisonment. All right, so you're moving forward and somebody's stuck in their head. All right, judgment is here. And if you can't comprehend this shit, then fuck nigga, you slow. All right, obsession is here. Somebody was obsessed with giving you some type of mental imprisonment, or somebody wanted you to be all in your head about a situation. All right, action. Somebody wanted you to be in your head about family. All right, about having what you know that you could have. All right, manifestation and victories and priests. All right, and this is because you are connected to spirit. All right, because you have stayed connected to God no matter what. All right, and these people are upset. Family is mad. You don't deal with them. Divine masculine. Somebody is mad because of your divine masculine. Somebody mad because you got a divine masculine. It's crazy as fuck. All right, so I sense jealousy here. Abundance, luxury, self-sufficient, independent, and material comfort. You don't have to ask nobody for shit. All right, you got a message coming in. All right, this is going to bring some sort of victory. All right, you could be getting ready to travel. And again, this is a new beginning, inspiration, creativity, passion, and confidence is here. All right, definitely moving forward with the Ace of Wands. All right, and then you got the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. All right, so you're getting ready to move forward. But something's happening quickly. You're receiving clarity on something, or you're finna receive some sort of new idea. All right, mental power, truth, and breakthrough. All right, and justice. Whatever this is, this truth that's coming through is gonna bring you some sort of justice. Shit, I hope it comes with some money, spirit. Okay. All right, you finna find out a truth about a karmic fam. It's probably a truth that you already know, but you're getting ready to find out something deeper. All right, love spell is here. Yeah, you can probably tell by looking at somebody's life what the fuck they didn't need. All right, somebody is disappointed. All right, again, because you got this happy family life. All right, and you're seen in high honor. Somebody's looking at you like nothing ever happens to you and everything bad happens to them is what I'm hearing. All right, so I just feel like it's a lot of jealousy around you, karmic fam, again. All right, so there is a jealous biatch. This person is jealous of your love life, I'm telling you. Because you got somebody who love you and they got a karmic masculine. And they feel like they gotta work. Somebody is not happy. Somebody is unhappy watching you, is what I'm hearing. Somebody don't like the fact that somebody mad at your stability. Somebody just don't like you. All right. Oh fucking well. The fuck. Somebody don't like the fact that you just don't be having shit going on when it comes to your life. All right, nothing fucked up. All right, nice guy and Cherry here. Again, this person's getting ready to do something for you. All right, this is something that you don't see. All right, yeah, this is something that you don't see. This person's going to bring you some sort of justice. All right, this person's getting led by spirits to basically give you what the fuck you want. And this is why you're getting a celebration. All right, I keep hearing the renewal of the vows. All right, so you could be renewing vows. Hermit mode. Somebody's been thinking about this a lot. Girl, somebody doing the most, I'm telling you. Somebody felt your ass slipping away. All right, you were giving somebody the cold shoulder. Happy family life. All right, and somebody wants to redo a contract. All right, in the distant future. All right, collaboration. Earth Angel, North Node. Baby, you finna get what you want. You finna get exactly what you asked for. All right. And somebody got a health concern who falsifies documentation. All right. Who wanted to cause you some sort of poverty, hardship, insecurity, need, isolation. All right. Somebody who didn't want you to move forward. Somebody who hates your gifts. Somebody who hates the fact that you can go in and see everything. All right. Let's see. Yeah, awakening. Somebody don't like the fact that you can see shit. Somebody is concerned about what you can see too. A Jezebel energy. This is a horse ass energy. All right, this person is damn devil energy too. Yeah, damn. All right, so somebody feels like you can see them and they don't like that shit. All right, you see they flaws. You don't even give a fuck, but you can see them. All right, surrendering and let go. These are people that you have surrendered and let go from. You ain't worried about people. All right, sweetheart is here. A nice guy. All right, so there's so many things that's getting ready to happen for you. All right, and people are jealous of that at this time. Hell, anytime. They've been jealous the whole time. Things are changing in your life. All right, Spirit says process your feelings, all right, and knowledge. Process your feelings. Sit with them. All right, and there's literally nothing that you have to do to call in whatever this is. All right, all you gotta do is sit and be pretty. Somebody thought it was gonna put you in your place. All right, and they went for it and fucked around and found out. All right, change your tune. I heard somebody got to change their tune when they talk about you. All right, shadow work. All right, you did the shadow work. Like I said, you got a new beginning coming in. All right, you've already did the necessary work. Spirit is saying take the lead. right, changes. There's a lot of changes getting ready to happen for you. All right, that you don't see. Where the hell this come from? Oh, let's go with that. Let's see. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be significant, broken. Somebody don't like the fact that you got all this help from the spiritual realm. All right, Crystal. All right, Veterans Claim is here. There's some sort of money coming in. Yo. You said something yesterday to me. Army. And I didn't even know. All right, Veterans Claim is here. There could be some military money coming in. All right, Pool is here. Money tree. A pool of money. Courthouse. What the fuck is this? Plot twist. Money tree. Pool. Veterans Claim. Reading on you. There's some sort of money coming towards you. House. I think he's gonna move. This person is manning up. All right. Your person could have got a reading on you and saw that you weren't fucking off. That you was not fucking around. All right. That's exactly what I see. This person know you ain't playing. So this person literally knows that they have to do something. All right. And great joy is coming in quickly. All right. Great joy is coming in fast. Somebody is manning up when it comes to a situation. All right. Get ready for a pet. You could be receiving a pet. All right. Plot twist. There's an internal illness here. All right. That somebody has. All right. Youngest. This could be a youngest sibling. All right. But something's getting ready to change. And the courthouse owes you something. All right. It's money again. Somebody is making a home for you to come to. When I hear that, I feel like somebody is getting their self together type of energy. All right. Let's see. All right. Is anybody wanting a reading? Is anybody wanting a reading? Donation readings are available as well. All right, Divine Feminine. East. All right. You got more money than you expected that's coming your way. There's communication rushing in as well. All right, never slept with this person set up. Somebody could have lied. Nobody cares. All right. And it's happening earlier than you expected. All right, somebody could be looking for you. All right, somebody's ready to show you a whole different side of them. All right, this is a side that you've never seen. All right, somebody tried to do graveyard magic to set you up, but it only made your relationship better. Goofy. Uptown and surprising outing. All right. Shit. Surprising outing. All right, so somebody could be wanting to take you somewhere nice. Okay. Somebody misses your laughter. A grandfather is significant. Lord, I miss my granddaddy. All right. Grandfather's here. Somebody thought that they was going to steal from you. All right, so you got a grandfather in the spiritual room that do not play about your ass because grandfather keep coming to the top of the deck. All right, somebody tried to tear you apart. Somebody wanted to steal from you and tear you apart. It's crazy. Somebody don't want you to have something. All right, damn. Royalty money. Somebody don't want you to have some money that belongs to you. All right, wild child. You're getting exactly what you want. All right, good times is here. And somebody having good times with drug usages. All right. Signing. You're getting ready to sign something for some money. You're getting ready to sign something. Veterans Claim is here again. A whole nother card. All right. Military is very significant. Somebody is giving you something or something is old. All right. Nephew is here. All right, you getting ready to smile ear to ear. All right, react, explain, and defend. Yeah, you ain't doing none of that. Somebody died. There's a message coming in. You could be finding out that somebody died. All right. Something that you not even thinking of could be happening. All right. Government is here again. I'm telling you, the government owes you some money, or the government owes some money to your family. And this shit has been coming out for a while. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on? Please don't spam my shit with them hellos. You will get blocked. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. You want to get blocked ASAP. You ain't got shit to do. Ain't even finna block you. I'm just finna shut you up. Ain't even finna block you. I'm just gonna shut you up. Alright. Pull a few more cards. Alright, again, these people tried to tear you apart and could not. Could not. Alright, somebody got coached just to get fucked up. So somebody was telling somebody what to do behind the scenes. Alright, somebody definitely was wearing a mask, but there's overnight miracles. Whenever this happens, this is going to be like an overnight miracle. It's like one day you're just going to wake up and your life just going to be different. Alright, it has happened over and over and over again. Alright, happening real fast. Everything is completely turning. Exciting times. Alright, everything is completely turning around for you. Alright, I am live on TikTok and Facebook. Alright, getting ready to buy some sort of business supplies. Alright, somebody tried to do something in the past to stop you from receiving something. Somebody could have somebody in the past too to stop them from giving something or receiving. Alright, lighthouse is here. But something is still coming towards you. Somebody, look at this. Somebody tried to stop you from having something. Alright. But somebody is coming towards you, giving you something. Alright. Your family is fucked up when it comes to you. So it could have been your family. I mean, ain't even no could have. We already know what it is. Alright. Somebody coming towards you to get you. Maybe somebody want to take you somewhere. Alright. Tape is here. Stroke. Somebody having a stroke. Seeing the truth about you, changing overnight. Alright. So somebody seeing the truth about you and somebody's changing overnight. Alright. The fuck? Or somebody's seeing the truth is why they're changing. Alright. Things are busy because you're supposed to. Things aren't busy because you're supposed to be resting. All right, there's a house that's already been picked out for you. So Spirit know exactly where you're gonna be. Ain't that crazy? You think about it. Spirit be having your whole life planned out for you. There's an attorney calling you. Date night is here. Somebody getting arrested, Crystal, for money. Somebody knows that they fucked up. Spiraling out of control. Alright, taking control. You taking control of shit, but somebody's spiraling out of control. The next 3 days is very significant. Alright, here we go. These next 3 days, baby. A lot be happening in the motherfucking 3 days. Alright, something's happening in 3 days. Alright. Somebody got caught. Somebody's getting caught within 3 days. Something's happening. Somebody getting arrested. Money is coming from everywhere. You finna see all this money that you got. You finna be like, what the fuck? Alright, I'm waking up the good news, assisting you. Alright, moving into a home. Alright, so they know that you know What the fuck you talking about when it comes to what people did, all right? And this is why people ain't saying shit. This is why people ain't talking about nothing that you're talking about or nothing that you believe, because they know that you know the truth. They're trying to figure out how in the fuck, all right, you're getting what you deserve. Somebody's phone is tapped. Somebody being watched. All right, super mad. Super mad. You know what's so crazy? I keep saying people being watched, but literally I've been talking about the Alphabet Boys for a long time. I ain't gonna say too much, but I do know that there is a group of them motherfuckers in town. I do know that much. There's a group of them motherfuckers in town. And what's so crazy, they are right where the fuck they need to be. I wish I could tell y'all some shit, but I can't. I be knowing shit. They've been coming out of these readings for a long ass time, and when I tell you somebody finna get fucked up, I'm gonna talk a little bit about it later. But when I tell you somebody finna get fucked up, and I know it, because it's been coming out of these damn readings, all right, somebody finna get arrested for a long line of shit. All right, these people hate your power because you knew that this shit was coming. All right, it seemed like everything happening at the same time. Deaths, people getting arrested, and I'm talking about mass arrests. All right, youngest real estate agent on mother's side. All right, I'm here. There's going to be a mass arrest, and don't nobody know, but I seem to know because somebody called and told me. I got a plug. Voodoo is here. Not only do I got a plug, but I got a plug with a divine. Okay? Real quick, before I end this live, let me see. What these people got going on? Why are they here? Completion, fulfillment, wholeness, integration, authority, structure, stability, the emperor and the world. I know this ain't that emperor that was coming out of these readings, all right? So I felt like, okay, so there is when it comes to some sort of higher authority, there is somebody that is going to contact you. All right, this is not for everybody, but there is somebody that's going to contact you, and they're going to tell you everything what has been done. And baby, when I tell you, you're going to be at the right place at the right time to hit this shit, and this shit is going to blow your motherfucking mind. Moving on, partnership and commitment. All right, I really want to do a reading on this. I'm gonna do a slight reading on it because I can't tell too much. The High Priestess. Can't tell too much about it, but I am going to do me a deep read on it and see what the fuck going on because, baby, it's like over 100 of the motherfuckers in town. Over 100 of them people is in town. And what's so... I know where they at. Don't nobody else know where they at, though. All right, family. These people trying to win at all costs. It's a group of motherfuckers getting fucked up. It's a group of people getting fucked up, and they don't even know it. I'm telling you, when I tell you the motherfucking people be listening to everything, I swear, everything I said, they even write what the fuck, they even write where I said they was gonna be. And don't nobody know. Boss. Balance. Celebration. I heard 3, 2, 1. I heard 3, 2, 1. Opportunity. I'm telling you, it's some shit finna go down. It's some shit finna go down. We're gonna have to talk about this later. Alright, there's no things that are going in your favor. I can't even say all the shit that I see. But just know it's happening. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live on YouTube. Is there anybody that's wanting a reading over here on YouTube? Alright, before I end this. Baby, there's some celebrations happening. Let me tell you. Motherfuckers going to jail, people dying already. I ain't got to show that shit. Y'all already know that. I done showed y'all that shit. People passing away. People getting the fuck out your face. People are becoming ill. And God is blessing you so that you can move forward. I'm going to end this live over here on YouTube. See you guys later.